Few equations have reshaped our understanding of reality as profoundly as the Dirac equation. It's a cornerstone of quantum field theory, beautifully merging quantum mechanics with special relativity and, astonishingly, predicting antimatter before its discovery. Beyond the complex mathematics lies a deep, elegant intuition, a geometric breakdown that makes sense of spin and fundamental particles. Before Dirac, physicists attempted to combine relativity and quantum mechanics with the Klein-Gordon equation. While relativistic, it suffered from crucial flaws. It predicted negative probability densities and perplexing negative energy solutions without clear physical interpretation. These inconsistencies suggested an incomplete picture of relativistic quantum particles. Paul Dirac, driven by these problems, sought a relativistic wave equation linear in its time derivatives, much like the Schrödinger equation. This linearity would prevent negative probability densities and offer a more stable theoretical framework. His genius was to realize that achieving this required introducing a new class of mathematical objects, matrices. Dirac's approach involved factorizing the relativistic energy-momentum relation. To do this, he introduced a set of 4 matrices, now known as the Dirac gamma matrices, gamma mu. These matrices had to satisfy a specific anti-commutation relation. The set of gamma mu gamma nu equals 2 n mu nu times I. Here, n mu nu is the Minkowski metric tensor, and I is the identity matrix. These matrices don't just act on numbers, they act on a new kind of quantum field. To accommodate these matrices, the wave function itself had to transform. No longer a simple scalar function, it became a 4-component object called a spinor, psi. Geometrically, a spinor is often conceptualized as a square root of a vector, representing an entity that requires a 720-degree rotation to return to its original state. This unusual property precisely gives fundamental particles their intrinsic angular momentum, known as spin. With these components, Dirac formulated his iconic equation, I gamma mu Dirac mu minus m times psi equals 0. Here, I is the imaginary unit, Dirac mu represents the 4 gradient combining time and space derivatives, m is the mass of the particle, and psi is the 4-component spinor field. This elegant equation describes the behavior of spin 1/2 particles like electrons, positrons, quarks, and neutrinos fully relativistically. Solving the Dirac equation revealed solutions with both positive and negative energies. While positive energy solutions described observed particles, the negative energy solutions were still puzzling. Unlike the Klein-Gordon equation, Dirac's framework didn't simply dismiss them, it demanded a profound physical interpretation. Dirac initially proposed that negative energy states were empty holes in a sea of electrons. However, it was later understood, notably by Richard Feynman, that these solutions describe particles moving backward in time, which is equivalent to positive energy particles with opposite charge and quantum numbers moving forward in time. This was the theoretical prediction of antimatter, like the positron. To visualize these concepts, imagine the spinor as a tiny internal quantum compass, pointing within an abstract internal space. Its orientation dictates how it responds to rotations and transformations. The Dirac matrices are operators that twist and turn this compass, defining the particle's spin and how it interacts with electromagnetic fields. This intricate internal structure is the essence of relativistic quantum mechanics. The Dirac equation is a triumph of theoretical physics. It unified quantum mechanics and special relativity, naturally incorporated spin, and, most remarkably, predicted antimatter. Its geometric intuition, involving spinors and matrices, provides a profound and beautiful description of the fundamental building blocks of our universe, continuing to inspire new discoveries in particle physics and cosmology.